We're back.
We're back for another one together, which is quite rare. There's been a few of these lately.
So Enzo sends me a lot of stuff on my phone, half of which I can't show you.
It's a lot of memes. I like sending memes.
But there was one that caught my attention.
Cinema is never going to be the same.
No, is this the end?
Yeah, it could be the end.
Is this the
maybe
end?
we need to go back offshore, or maybe I have to go back to flipping pizzas or something.
Yeah. You
So-
used to make good pizzas though.
I used to.
Yeah.
Well, I still
We
do.
still
you know,
do,
It's
yeah.
like riding a bike.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So-
So there was an article that I read.
Hang on, making a pizza is like riding a bike.
Well, it is, yeah. Well, you know, at first you struggle, but then once you learn, you know,
Oh, okay.
it's a bit like, yeah. Anyway, there was an article that I came across, which the title blew my. I thought it was maybe clickbait, so I clicked on it, and it said, you know, Disney to stop producing physical media after Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So no more 4K discs, DVDs, Blu-rays from Disney or for whatever's Disney content.
So that's another way of saying no more good quality content.
No more physical media.
We're not talking about the quality of the film, even though Disney has come under fire a little bit recently.
For their mixing and video imaging.
Yeah. But
they're obviously forcing people to focus on their Disney Plus platform. I think that's the idea behind it. But this also means that then you're now, if you want to watch anything Marvel, Star Wars, you basically are only able to watch it on streaming, which is obviously all about video, and the audio is a very compressed part of, because how much bandwidth that video takes.
So
right?
I had a conversation with Andrew Cristofaro. Look him up on IMDb. He's a supervising sound editor in Hollywood. Hi, Andy. How are you?
Andrew did a video with him.
Yep.
He'll be,
yeah,
the link will be
there's
here.
a link here somewhere. Where did they go? Oh, where did they go? And, you know, he basically was saying, look, you know, because I said to him, you know, what happens when you have to provide content for streaming? And he's going, well, it has to be really, really compressed. And I think he was saying to me, you know, we're forced to take our original soundtrack and crush it down into, I think he said 720 kilobits per second. Don't crucify me if I'm wrong. But either way, small, right, in order to be able to stream the video. What this means is, in Australia, if this actually happens, you will not hear or see any Disney content at its finest quality. What are our other options in Australia? If you wanted to watch a Disney film, if they made a really great film and you wanted to watch it,
I hope Kaleidoscope comes back to Australia.
Well, we don't. So we don't have Kaleidoscope in Australia like they do in the US. So you can't get the high quality content that way. You can't buy the disc,
And you're not allowed to download it.
and you're not allowed to download it. And you know, look, you know, we are vehemently against downloading because at the end of the day, I mean, look, Hollywood is on strike at the moment over pay, over streaming. So
And over AI.
yeah, you know, so
I think the problem with this, and again, I think we spoke about this a few videos back, is there's such a big emphasis now on sound bars and TVs and Netflix and Apple TV and all that. And Apple TV is a great product, and the apps are fantastic, and Netflix is so convenient.
it's convenient, yeah.
Very convenient, and yes, great. But if that's the way we are going moving forward, I mean, even now you see like gaming consoles you can buy a gaming console with no disc, right? And they're trying to push. I mean, for me, part of nostalgia was picking up a VHS tape to look at the artwork, or you know, go into JB Hi-Fi's and see all the artwork. And you know, part of growing up as a kid with video games was picking up the box, and it was cardboard, and it had a manual, and it had artwork. That is all disappearing. And the sad part is that I think that it will, you know, it looks like it may be happening to cinema as well.
Yeah.
You know.
So here's the thing, right? One of the things is you don't know what you don't know. And I can tell you, and our experience from being in our cinemas here, is that if we play a film that is streamed, and then we play the same content off the disc, the quality and the sound, especially the sound, but the sound is just
worlds apart.
It's just a world apart.
And I'm sure most of you know this. I mean, we're not saying anything new, but when you'll be able to compare like we can, like, you know,
you don't know what you're missing out until you've heard it. And again, if you haven't heard it, come here and listen. Give us a call. Come and listen, and you know we'll play a stream content. We'll play some content off, you know, a full resolution disc or whatever.
Well, actually, a good example was that Andrew likes showing The Greatest Showman because it is a good opening scene, and even where the lady sings on chapter whatever it is, 10 or whatever. You do that on the streaming like iTunes or Netflix or whatever, and then you put the disc in. Those scenes are just worlds apart. You know,
and I think that the irony is that Hollywood now has the ability to make amazing multi-track audio in amazingly high quality, and it's all for us. It's all for the consumer, and yet you end up watching it on an iPad or a TV or a soundbar, and you don't get to hear any of that. You just get sound. You get the basic soundtrack, and that's it. So thank you, Disney. Well done, especially in Australia. If you're in America, okay, well, if you've got the dollars, you go out and buy Kaleidoscope, and you're saved. But here, you don't have a choice.
And if this proves to work for Disney, where it does force people into just using their platform or buying more films,
where are we going from there?
Or, like buying more films from iTunes, because you can buy all the Disney films on iTunes, and then they're yours. Yeah, then everyone else is going to start doing it. I keep telling everyone, keep using cash, because if you don't, then the governments will go, let's not use cash anymore, right? But keep using cash, people. That's just a plug to use cash.
Right.
Well, this is the same thing. Keep buying discs, because if you keep buying discs, the studios will go, no, we're making money off the discs. Why would we get rid of it?
But it's a life of convenience, right? I mean, look, I fell into the trap of watching Apple TV because it's convenient, but I suddenly realized I'm watching all my content and not getting the quality. And so I had to force myself to stop, get off that, convenience addiction, go back to our cinema and watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, there'll be times where like at midnight, like Avengers Endgame was available at midnight, and I was like, oh, I don't have to wait a month before it's on disc. So it is convenient, right? And if you're impatient, I get it, but it's just a different experience.
Yeah. So
It's a shame.
It's a shame, and we're sorry to hear it. But of course, Disney in Australia, that's it. It's done. You have no choice. It's streaming only. What can we say?
The world's coming to an
end.
I
know. It's over.
The world's gone crazy.
My life is, that's it.
No more discs. I guess the only good thing about no more discs is you don't need to find more storage space for the discs. But that's about it.
Yeah.
All
right, folks. We just thought we'd drop that little bomb on you if you hadn't already heard. So at least you don't have to go down to JB Hi-Fi's and buy your discs anymore, because you can't. What'd you call me? Yep.
Anyway, that's the bad news for today. Bad News Friday. Maybe we'll do more of these every Friday.
That makes me happy.
Bad news makes you happy.
Bad News Friday.
Okay.
So. All right, folks.
No worries, guys.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.